Be outdoor or indoor, the Trackside Channel offers you exclusive coverage, brought to you by SIS Insurance. No one understands your needs more.
Welcome to the Manawatu Sports Stadium for the semi-finals and final of the singles at the SIS Insurance National Indoor Bowls Championships. 1,200 players started out in the singles a few days ago, and at the start of today we were down to just over 400. We're now down to just the last few games of the singles. We're watching the first semi-final in the singles at the SIS Insurance National Indoor Bowls Championships here in Palmerston North. The toss has been won by Vern Littlejohn. He's from the Tatuanui club in Waikato. His opponent today is Linda Mills from the Belmont club in North Shore. Sharing the commentary today with me is former New Zealand champion Rod Fleming. Welcome, Rod.
Thanks very much, Chris. Linda is from the same centre as mine, and I do have a lot of bowls, played bowls with Linda. She's a wonderful player, a great competitor. Yes, she's got a lot of experience as well.
Vern Littlejohn goes to have a look at the situation to see, in fact, who does have the shot. About to play his second bowl. Forehand delivery. Would you expect a draw shot from Vern?
Yes, nothing else but a draw shot from Vern here. Yes, you just try and sneak behind, I'd say. So you can maybe play a running shot next time up. You just try and sneak it behind. No, again, he's just fallen just jack high. It's just another 4 or 5 inches would have been a great bowl.
A little bit of early game nerves showing up here?
Oh, there will be. There's no qualms about that. There was a great crowd in today, and when you really look at the crowd, and they're all rooting for each other and what have you. It's very...
All the people of Palmerston North here today.
Oh, for sure, yes, for sure. Another good bowl of Linda's here. That's a good bowl.
Now, Linda Mills may not have the shot, but she would certainly have the positional bowls.
She has. She has a chance of playing through the head on the last bowl. What Vern will do here, I'm sure, would be playing the same hand he played before, and just try and sneak into the gap or just right behind his own bowl.
This is Vern Littlejohn's third bowl of the second end, on the forehand again. He's taking plenty of green, going nice and wide.
Oh yes, this is a good-looking bowl. This is a good-looking bowl indeed. Oh, it just hung itself out there. This is the trouble with this floor. This compound we're playing on here on a concrete base with a rubber top layer. It's very, very tricky bowling area indeed. Very, very tricky. You go out sometimes a fraction wide and they just will not come in.
As you can see, it's marked out for basketball and netball, so I wonder if that has any influence on the markings on the floor.
Yes, it sure does. It definitely does, Chris. It's unfortunate about it.
There we are, slightly weighted shot from Linda. I think she could be 2 down now.
I think she played a silly bowl there myself. I don't think she needed to do that.
She doesn't look impressed.
She'll be quite annoyed about that bowl, I'm sure.
So, last bowl of the second end, about to be played by Vern Littlejohn of Waikato. It looks like he's holding 2. Has a chance with the bonus bowl here for 3.
Again, he's gone wide. I think he's going to be sticking out there still.
Yes, well, that bowl, the weight was right, but he was too wide. Linda Mills takes out the shot bowls. It's 2 to Vern Littlejohn. So we've completed 2 ends of this 12-end semi-final. It's now 2-1 to Vern Littlejohn of Waikato over Linda Mills of North Shore. So first bowl of the 5th end being delivered by Vern Littlejohn. And he should be happy with that.
Ah, it's a good bowl. That's a very good bowl indeed.
Linda's first bowl coming up to the head now, and she's a little narrow.
No, she's just falling a fraction short on the first bowl each time. It's just not quite confident enough at the moment.
We saw some good bowls from Linda Mills in the quarterfinals. She was 3 down and fought back to gain a draw and an extra end, and that took her into the semi-final. But so far, she hasn't quite found the rhythm.
Not as yet, that's for sure. Totally different match she's playing on here, that's for sure. It looks like a little bit heavier than the match she might have played on in the semi-final and the quarterfinal.
Her second bowl coming up now.
This looks like a nice bowl here. It's just a fraction short again.
It's very hard to tell the angle. She could, in fact, still have the shot from her first bowl.
She may have, but unfortunately, all Vern has to do is to just move that kitty a fraction, and Linda's going to be in a lot of problems,
The brown bowl sitting there in a catching position almost. And it looks as if you've called it right. That's
yes, Vern's coming down with a fraction of weight there, and he has played it really, really well. Really well. Oh, that was superb.
Littlejohn trails the jack back to his own waiting bowls, and he is probably holding 3 there. Now this time it looks as if Linda will have to be a little aggressive.
She'll have to come up the same sort of shot as Vern played, but probably with about another 2 or 3, 4 feet of weight, 5 feet of weight type of thing. She won't be short, I can assure you. But she'll come right through between those 2 blacks, I'd say. She just may be able to clear all those browns off the mat.
So third bowl coming up for Linda Mills, down the middle, with a little bit of weight.
No, she's narrow again.
Well, she's taken 1 out of the count.
Yes, again though, it's she's got a very hard shot to play on her last bowl. She's just not finding a screen at the moment. She's played so well until now. She's played superb bowls. If Vern can just put one a fraction short here, just on her road, she's going to be in a lot of trouble. He's come inside the line quite nicely.
Has he got the weight?
And he has. He's played that bowl very well indeed. That's a lovely bowl.
Let's tighten the head up and left very little chances for Linda there now.
Linda's virtually only got the draw, otherwise she's going to have a bit of a, as we class a haymaker, up the middle, otherwise she will dead draw it.
She's going to give this quite a bit of thought. We may get a clue from the stance she takes on the mat what sort of shot she's going to play.
It looks like she can draw it. Looks like she's going to have a draw.
Forehand again.
No, she's not. She's having up to comes.
Well, she just contacted her front bowl. Yes. She was almost online apart from that.
Yes, unfortunately.
5 ends completed now on this 12-end semi-final, and it is now 3 to Vern Littlejohn on the previous end, should make it 7-1 to Littlejohn. So they've completed 8 ends, and Littlejohn goes out to a 9-4 lead. 8 ends completed. We're 2/3 of the way through the match.
Yes, 2/3 through, and Linda, you've got very much to go. You've got to start scoring, girl.
So, if Vern looked a little shaky a few ends ago, he's settled down again.
Yes, he has, yes.
So first bowl of the 9th end for Linda. Coming up to the head now.
Yes, she played that bowl very well. It's a good bowl of Linda's.
The second Littlejohn bowl on its way. Come.
It's a good bowl of Vern's here too. Maybe just a fraction short, but I think it's a shot. It's a good bowl.
Keeping the pressure on Linda Mills. Plays her next bowl.
Always a good bowl here, Linda's. She's played a honey. A real lovely bowl. Good shot, girl. Good bowl.
Of course, Linda Mills plays out of the same centre as you, Rod.
Yes, she does. Yes, she's done very well in singles as well. She won the North Shore singles of last year, and we just had a large singles tournament over Queen's birthday weekend, which she also won. Now she's a very competitive bowler, very competitive indeed.
Vern Littlejohn delivers his 3rd bowl.
Vern moved the bowl fractionally. Moved the kitty fractionally. It wasn't a bad effort. He may even hold the shot. He just popped it back a fraction.
So Linda comes down to check to see whether Vern did do any damage. And I think it's probably still a black bowl.
I think it is too.
Bowl in front and to the right.
Yes, the front bowl I think will be the shot still.
But Linda doesn't have many options left now for this end.
No, she hasn't. She's just got to keep it tight still. Just come play on that front bowl maybe and just try and pop it through a fraction or. No, she's just sneaking behind it.
If she can tip her own in.
Good try. That was a good try. Yes. If it had set up there, it would have definitely been 2 shots. I think Vern will have to attack out a shot again. He'll have to come into it with about a yard of weight, I'd say. He'll probably play the other hand, I'd say, and he could push his own bowl through that head.
So he'll be aiming for the inside of his own 2 brown bowls.
Yes, I'd say so, yes.
Well, he's certainly playing it with a little weight.
Yes, he played it very well indeed.
Linda scratches the head there, thinking, what do I do? She's made up her mind. You'd expect it to be with weight.
Oh, yes, it has to be with about a yard of weight. Yes, she's flying through. That's the one I thought she played it. Yes, she played it very well.
Well, she's played a very good bowl there.
Yes, she played a good bowl.
1 and possibly 2.
Oh, that's 2 shots, Chris. Yes.
If the brown bowl had rolled one more time, she could have even brought 3 into the count.
Could have done.
So we wait for the scorer to indicate how many it was. We think it was 2 on the last end.
Oh, good bowl, Linda. That was a good bowl indeed. 2 shots to Linda last head. That was an excellent shot.
So they're now playing the 10th end, and Vern Littlejohn is up by 3. This bowl on the way.
Oh, Vern, you're just fresh and short. That first bowl of Linda's was a superb shot. She will just be able to draw again to there and might even be able to pick Kitty up to take it to it.
Bowl on its way.
Very nice bowl indeed.
So, second bowl for Vern Littlejohn of the 10th end. There's just 2 ends to go after this one.
Just trying to come in just a little bit wide. It just hung out there a fraction.
Backhand this time.
Oh, she's under it. Oh, don't move the front one. No, she was lucky she didn't touch that front bowl.
Well, she had the right weight but the wrong track.
Yes. Again, she got down very quickly. Did you see how quickly she gets down, Chris? She gets down and plays the ball very, very quickly.
Very much by instinct.
It seems to be that way, yeah, especially, I mean, it's not for us to say it's wrong because she's a wonderful bowler, but it does seem very quick.
So, Vern Littlejohn delivered his next bowl. He's got a good one here.
Oh, he's played a superb shot. Oh, that is a real good bowl.
So, last bowl of the end for Linda Mills. Playing with a little weight.
It's tracking nicely. It's tracking very nicely indeed. Is it? Oh, just fell out. Golly me, it was a great try.
And she knows.
She's got a good smile.
She knew that
She's
that
got
was
a good
almost
smile.
the right one.
Yeah, that was a good effort indeed. Vern will just follow that bowl, I'm sure.
I think she also knows that that was the one that decided the match.
Yes. If he gets one in here now, Chris, that should be it.
Of course, the players can only score a maximum of 4 on each end, and with 2 more ends to go, it just might not be possible for Linda to catch up. So, will certainly be 2 to Vern Littlejohn here.
Well,
in
3.
fact, it's 3.
Well, yes, Linda, you are unlucky with that last bowl, but you were unlucky with that last bowl. To score 2 threes on the last 2 ends is a mammoth task, a mammoth task.
And Vern doesn't look like letting her in for any more than 1 or 2, does he?
Oh, no, he's playing very consistent bowls at the moment, very consistent indeed. A bit wide there, she's just holding 4th. Here it comes, quite a nice bowl, excellent bowl.
So they're on the penultimate end of this 12-end semi-final. Vern Littlejohn of Waikato leading Linda Mills of North Shore 12-6. And as you've said, Linda has a very difficult job now.
It's pretty well impossible. The first bowl of hers was fresh and narrow and short, and it's not going to help her cause at all. And there's a good bowl of Vern's here. He just pushed the kitty back, sitting with 2.
He's left a little bit of a target, but they're not easy to find, these targets on this floor, are they?
This is right. Of course, she's going to play with a little bit of weight to get that, and she's going to be able to take her bowls away from her own bowls, and she wants to try and keep her bowls together as much as she possibly can.
Well,
that was
she's
a nice
played that
bowl.
well.
She played it very well indeed.
So, Linda Mills possibly holding 1 here on the 11th end. 1 won't do. She must score at least 3. She only has 4 bowls available to her in the final end. And, the best she's been able to score so far in this match is 2 shots. So the odds very much against her. Vern Littlejohn moves his own bowl up and gets the shot back.
There's not many gaps there for Linda to go through. She'll have to play a very exact bowl here. Have to come around Vern's bowl and just try and pop the other bowl out of the head, I'd say.
Well, their 3rd bowl's on its way. And is it going to come back in time?
No, you get that fraction wide and it just won't come in. Golly me, it's annoying when it happens. It's still there for her though. If Vern doesn't do much with this ball, she can still sneak around and take her back ball out for 3 shots. Vern will be aware of this, I'm sure. He's had a good look at the head.
And the crowd also aware of the situation. They know that it's just about over. If Littlejohn can sew it up this time, there won't be a 12th end probably. This bowl's on its way. Looks like perfect.
This is an absolutely perfect bowl. Absolutely perfect bowl.
Well, that doesn't leave Linda with many options now.
Yes, Linda. Unfortunately, it's near impossible for you. There's no position for Linda to actually move the kitty back to anywhere. She's got 2 side bowls, and again, there's not a bowl behind that kitty.
She really has to move the bowls, and they're awkwardly placed for that.
That's right. She's coming up the middle to it. No, she's missed it, and there's 2 shots to Vern, and she has shook hands.
So, Linda Mills of North Shore concedes in the 11th end of this 12-end semi-final to Vern Littlejohn of Waikato with the score at 14-6. She can't possibly score the necessary shots to keep the game alive. So, the victor of this first semi-final here at the SIS Insurance National Indoor Bowls Singles semi-final is Vern Littlejohn of Waikato. The players have tossed the coin and are about to start. It will be Stephen Campbell playing we think the brown bowls, if they've got the blue discs on them. It's Simon to go first.
I watched a couple of his earlier games this afternoon, and he did play some real good bowls. He's a real good little bowler. Has a great future in bowls, a great future. He's got a good temperament as well.
It's Rod Fleming, former national champion, sharing the commentary with me this afternoon. You've been enjoying the finals day of the singles, Rob?
Oh, I always enjoy the singles. I always enjoy the nationals. I mean, it's a wonderful, wonderful week away, and it's good to see actually new blood coming forth as well. These 2 young bowlers. I mean, would they only be in their early 20s? They both come from good bowling families, and oh golly me, it's good to see her. Wonderful.
We started out a few days ago with 1,200 players in the singles. They're down now. At the beginning of the day, there were 404 left. 7 or 8 rounds of post-section play has brought us down to the last 4. We're now watching the second of the 2 semi-finals.
Stephen Campbell played last year's winner in the last 16 of the championship, and Stephen played absolutely superb bowls against last year's winner, Blair Spicer. But in the next game after that, he had to come from a long way from behind as well. I think it was about 4 or 5 down majority of the game. He came back and won the game on an extra end. It was a really good bowls, really good bowls. He's got a lot of talent, that boy, a lot of talent indeed.
So Stephen Campbell of Wellington about to play his 3rd bowl. These are the brown bowls in this first end. Stephen is a former winner of, a few years ago now, a former winner of the Junior National Singles. So he knows all about singles competition at the top level.
Oh, he does. Yes, he does, yes. There's quite a few large singles tournaments throughout the country, and I know Stephen has won the odd one of those as well. He's got a lot of experience for his young age, that's for sure. And a good part of this game too, it's going to be an exciting game because both bowlers aren't scared to have a go at the head. They will have a go, and they will hit the head hard too. And I can assure you that when they do, there'll be balls flying everywhere.
So this is Simon Poppleton of Hutt Valley. His bowl coming up to the head, the final bowl for him of this first end. And we may have 2 touches there.
Ah, it's a good bowl. That was a lovely shot.
Well, it does look as if he's going to come up right up to the head with his delivery. Backhand delivery. The bowl's on its way. Coming up now to the head.
He's played it well. Yes, he's played it very well.
He has moved the jack, but has he moved it too far?
No, I think he may have the shot still. Yes, one to Stephen there. That was a nice bowl. Fraction heavy, maybe, but...
Slightly shorter length jack this time. First bowl for Stephen Campbell from the Railways Club in Wellington. A club with a lot of tradition in indoor bowls in this country, the Railways Club in Wellington.
Yes, it has. Yes, some fine bowlers come from there, by golly. But mind you, Wellington's a very strong centre, and there has been some wonderful bowlers going back to the old days when we had people like Reg and Rose Motions from down there. Wonderful, wonderful bowlers and wonderful people.
Now this time, by the look of his expression, it wasn't what Simon was looking for.
No, I wouldn't be too disappointed with that bowl.
He's got the position.
Yes, it's got. He's taken. He's got a chance with that bowl. Rather have it there than short.
Stephen Campbell's second bowl coming in now, and he's played a pretty good short of a shot there.
They're playing good bowls. Good bowls indeed.
The crowd are getting what they came along for. Some good close action in the second of these semi-finals. Very smooth delivery from Simon Poppleton.
Yes, just a fraction light, but good shot, good try.
So Stephen Campbell holds 2 on this 6th end. It's 7-4 to Stephen Campbell of the Railways Club in Wellington over Simon Poppleton of the Punters Club in the Hutt Valley. 2 players both from the Wellington region, and we think that they probably know quite a bit about each other's style. We're sure that they will have met on a number of occasions.
Oh, it's another good bowl. Actually, he might have actually set Simon up here. I think Simon might just have a little go at this. He just might poke that front black right through that head.
Yes, there's the weight, straight up the middle.
Yes, he's played it. Yes, he's played it. Oh, what a great bowl. Excellent stuff. Oh, cracker.
The 2 brown bowls go, leaving one, but it's shot to the black bowl, sitting to the side of the jack. So back to the draw, we think, again for Stephen Campbell. He will be looking to get close, we think.
Yes, it's a nice draw coming down here, Chris.
It's on its way.
He played it very well.
Puts the shot bowl back, moves the black bowl, so he may now have 2 again.
Yes, I think he has 2, yes. But Simon's got a good chance too, drawing a shot, even drawing a kitty back fraction 4 to himself. Very deliberate, both these guys. He might be narrow. No, he's not. Look at this. Look at that.
There we are.
What a shot.
The game has come alive.
Great bowls, great bowls.
That trail will give Simon Poppleton 2, at least 2, and will bring him back pretty close to Stephen Campbell's score now.
From a near impossible position before he played his 3rd bowl, and he with a great crack open of the head, and then he had the confidence of getting down and putting a foot of weight on. They're hard shots to play, folks. They're very hard shots to play.
Certain element of thinking ahead, obviously. He knew he wasn't going to get it with the 3rd bowl, but he was trying to set himself up for his last.
Yes, he was, yes. And Stephen, of course, played a superb bowl himself to make it for 2. But that was a lovely bowl of Simon's. Gee, it was good. And he started off the next head with a real screamer.
Immediate pressure applied by Simon Poppleton.
There's the thing about this younger brigade coming through. I mean, they play the shots without even. They're not fussed about it. No, they just get down and play it. They're no worrying about what will happen if I miss. They don't think about missing. They just get there and they just do it.
So Stephen Campbell's bowl moves the black bowl, but it probably still is 1 to black. Change of hand for Simon here. He's gone fairly wide on this.
Yes, he played the one from the middle of the box instead, like the last semi-final, and there it would hang it now. So now you're seeing Stephen's moving across his D, and he's moving across. He's not giving it nowhere near as much screen.
Because the box is important for the delivery of the bowl, isn't it?
Very much. You must play from inside that, from that box. You must play inside it, and see he hit a lot more green there. And he's played a lovely shot. Golly me, it's a great shot.
Well, that's 2 there to Stephen Campbell. We're playing the 7th end. We're into the second half of the second semi-final, and seems to have arrived very quickly.
It's been good bowls. When it's good bowls, the games go quick. That's both these people have just a little bit of weight here. He's a bit under. Oh, it's good. This
squeezes the brown bowl just a little closer.
Yeah, this could be a nasty end for him now. I mean, if Stephen can put one right on top of Kitty here, right on top, it's going to leave Simon nowhere to go at all.
Yes, that's the weight for the block by the look of it. Get in the way. No, it's...
He's done it quite well.
What you call a close block.
Half your shot and half my shot there.
So it's 3 to Stephen Campbell here. And Simon Poppleton can't afford to go down 3 at this stage of the match.
You know, he's got playing on this surface, it is so hard to to play a running shot. He's got to drive quick or he's got to draw. Now he looks like he's going to play that middle shot, that shot between shots, and oh, golly me, it's hard on the surface. God, he's
missed it last time, not by much, but enough.
He's just drawing.
And he's too wide.
Yep, you get out there and you just don't know what's going to happen next. And it's disappointing because he's played so well. Yes, I'd be wondering how it happened to Simon. You're unlucky.
It's 3 to Stephen Campbell with the bonus bowl to come. Another maximum here is going to make it very difficult for Simon to come back from. He did so last time. He responded with a good 3 in the next end. But this game's going to get away from him if he's not careful.
Oh, good bowl, don't with the kitty too far. Oh, yes, lovely shot.
Yes. Well, the jack did move a little, but has he cut any of his own out?
No, just...
All 4 bowls are moved by Simon Poppleton, which indicates that it's 4 to Stephen Campbell. So he goes out now to an 11-6 lead. So after 10 ends, 2 to go, the score is 14-7 to Stephen Campbell of Wellington over Simon Poppleton of the Hutt Valley. A 7-point margin with 2 ends is asking a lot to come back from, Rob.
Oh, yes, it's shake-hand time, that's for sure. Class bowlers like these two really don't drop large scores in a row, and we're asking Stephen to drop 7 shots to Simon in 2 ends just to get a draw, and this won't happen. What Stephen could actually do without any problem in the world, he just come up and kill a kitty, and that'll be the end of the game.
So first bowl delivered by Stephen Campbell. He is comfortably ahead on the scoreboard, and his first bowl is in a handy position to start with. And Simon has found difficulty out on the side again. There we are, 10 ends completed. It's 14-7 to Stephen Campbell over Simon Poppleton. Stephen about to play his second bowl, holding 1. Probably only concerned about making sure his opponent can't score 3 or 4. And he has to score 3 or 4 to stay in the match.
Both those bowls of Stephen, I think Stephen thinks he's won it. He knows he's won it. They're the 2 next bowls he's played in the whole game. If I was Stephen, I'd just throwing one up into that square area, and just past those bowls on the same hand that Stephen was playing his first bowl.
Now Simon is back in the territory where they were having difficulty earlier on.
The big drive comes up now. He's going to hammer those 2 bowls of Simon's, and that'll be the end of the game. Yes, he played it well. Beautiful bowl.
Well, he's taken 1 off,
yes,
as well as his own, but he didn't get the second one.
That's enough. That's enough.
But, it means that the absolute most that Simon can score is 3, and he's asking an awful lot to get 3 in the position that the head is developing. So Simon has decided to get close. He now has the second shot, which won't be enough. Last bowl of the end for Stephen Campbell. He just won't want to give Simon any opportunities to score 3 or 4. And all he's concentrated on doing is covering that back bowl.
Yes, he's played that very well indeed. Yes, there's no chance of any more than 2 shots here. Even the kitty went right back to the back of the mat. There'd only be 2 shots with the follow through of his